we've actually gone live. Hello. Hello. Yeah, we're on. And there's no rain. Well, welcome everyone. Race of Champions. And I'll talk you through exactly what that means very, very shortly. But welcome Jack, who is joining me again this week.
Hello, good to be here, as always.
Yeah, boy. So a bit of a different race for you tonight. Race of Champions. So essentially our best drivers from each league. And you would probably be thinking, that's not fair. We've got Division 1 drivers versus Division 4 drivers. But we are able to level out the field. We're using realistic cars. And our fastest drivers, our Division 1 drivers, are in, I think, AlphaTauri, isn't it? They're deemed the worst car on the grid. And then you've got our Division 4 drivers in the Red Bulls, and so on, and everyone else in between. So that's how it works. It's basically it's slightly different again. It's a full qualifying session. So we're going to lose 5 people from Q1. We'll lose 5 people from Q2. And then we'll have a final last 10 shootout for pole position. And then we'll get into the full race. Fox Blue is the first out, but just some news. He actually has a quali ban from a one-off race, knocking out marker boards in the last race of champions. So he's here 2 race of champions in a row, and he will not quali. If you're wondering why he's out on track, he's allowed to pick a setup, go back in the pits. So he will not take us on a lap round Zandvoort. Who is the next car? Who's behind him? It's a Haas, right?
Yeah, it's a Haas. It is.
It's Cass, I think.
It's Cass. Cass in the Haas. We will not be overusing that one tonight.
If he crashes out early, we won't be anyway. I hope I ain't jinxed him. But yeah, we should see Fox dive in the pits. If he doesn't dive in the pits, steward's inquiry. So I'm on board with Cass now. Jack, do you want to do the honours of taking us around the lap this time?
Yeah, absolutely. So just warming up his tyres. You want to get a bit of speed going into this final corner because you're going to carry it all onto the main straight. And you want to just release that car so it gets straight for as long as possible. He'll open up the DRS and brake just after the 100 metre board into this horrible little hairpin that you really want to get tight into. Open up round into this horrible twisty banked section. And there's a couple of different lines you can take. He takes, not sure on that one. But he takes that one there and he's going into a bit of a roller coaster section. You'll see a lot of drivers who get better exits in the race try and overtake through here, but it's a bit of a dangerous game and you do risk DNFing everyone. So section of fast corners coming up before you're slowing down the hill to go right-hander again before you're entering the DRS on the back straight of the circuit. It's a tough DRS one to overtake on, but this looks pretty tidy lap so far. Will be a good banker, but he isn't a Haas, so we will be down on a fair few performance pieces. Bit of a wheel spin, lock up into that. Comes round into the final sector, and we'll see him try and hopefully go as wide as possible around this final bank section. He's going on the inside to perhaps go and dive for the line. Maybe he's lost a little bit of speed there. But he sets a 1:10.478, and I've got no idea what the benchmark is. So let's see the Ferrari of Bob Spun coming round to see if there's a... no, ignore me. Outlap.
Outlap in the air. Sports mad then. I do actually think in equal cars, a 1:10.4 is actually pretty good. I think some of the Div 1 drivers would get into a 1:09, so I don't think that's too bad, you know.
And Lux, who's a quick driver, has done a 1:10.6.
Yeah, he was our Division 2 champion. That's why he's it.
Worth saying that it is the full quali tonight, so we will only see the bottom 5 drivers drop out here, and then everyone else going through to a normal F1 Grand Prix setup, where they'll have a Q2 and then a Q3. So I think it's I can't remember the timings, but it's an 18, a 14 and a 12 minute session perhaps.
Yeah, you know better than I do. I think isn't the last one like a 12-minute or something? I think.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, long old quali session for these guys, and
it will be
they
dry as well, so they'll perhaps be looking to save some of the soft tyres for the race.
yeah, and the guys that get through into 10-4 from Bob Spun, so he does take provisional pole for now in the Ferrari.
I knew it. I knew he would.
Yeah, well, we were on board with him because of you, so well done. Mikey out on inters. That's the definition of saving softs. Yeah, I think
Maybe just testing the setup, perhaps.
Yeah, potentially.
No. He's doing a lap, and he's done a 140. Maybe this is his practice session. Let's.
Yeah, we'll give Mikey the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, he'll probably have maybe one, maybe two more cracks at that if he wants to. But the guys that get through to Q3, I think, get an extra set of softs. And it'll be, Lux has left the session. Did he mean to do that?
He's retired from the session as well.
Oh, what's happened there? We'll see if he comes back. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And why am I stuck on Mikey here? We don't want to watch him. He's done.
Just watching Brother Adam come round the back straight at the moment. He's going out on medium tyres, perhaps in a play to save some soft tyres for later. He is in one of the faster cars, so this could help him if he's got the pace on the mediums.
Yeah, if you can get through Q1 on a set of mediums, lovely jubbly. I'm not sure how many sets of mediums you get. It's normally 2, isn't it? And that's enough for the 9th. Not sure if that'll be enough. I think that'll start to be a bit of a problem come the end of the session. So he'll probably have to come out again.
But maybe it was just the banker lap he wanted on a set of mediums, and he's done that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people just sat in the pit. What about Mamba, actually? He's just finished his lap. He's a 1:10.7 in the Williams, one of our Division 1 drivers. And it's probably worth just going through the grid quickly whilst actually we've got Jordan now coming out of the pits. So let's jump on with him. But if we go through the grid and sort of talk about where people have come from, and I might not get it all right, but I'll do my best. Bob Spun, he was in Division 4. And I'm pretty sure he actually ended up winning the last race of the season. And I think he got in there for being one of the top 3 drivers in the end. So pretty good, and he's in the Ferrari. So he'll certainly be looking to challenge tonight. And quali's looking good for him so far. Cass came from our division, didn't he? Division 2.
Yes, he did. He was strong all season, wasn't he? Really.
Yeah, and he actually
won a couple of races.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at times he looked good against some of the quicker drivers as well. So, but a 10-4 in the Haas is a great start. Lux, he was in Division 2. He won the championship, and he only came in, I think, 3 races into it, was it?
Yeah.
So yeah, he won the championship. I mean, to be honest, he could have won it by even more if he hadn't have DNF'd and got strategy calls wrong. So. We know he's got pace. He's probably more of a Div 1 driver by the end of it. And so. Let's hope he returns, and we'll see what he can do in the Williams, because a 10.6 is quicker than Mamba, who's in Div 1. So Pac-Man, I think he was our Division 4 champion in the end. Came second in the last race of the season.
Really improved driver this season, Pac-Man.
Definitely. And in Division 4, I think there was still a three-way fight for the title in the last race out of him, Brother Adam, and ASC, and I think they're all here, aren't they? You said Brother Adam, haven't you? So yeah, there's a three-way fight for that championship, and Pac-Man managed to nick it at the end after some. There was a lot of controversy in that division, and there probably always will be. And then Mamba Div 1. I've never actually looked at the Division 1 standings, but he will have finished quite high up. A very good driver. Let me just see if I can get the final result.
Just Jordan goes quickest in the Alpine of a 10.2.
Nice. I was on board with him as well. So glad we were watching him. We're now watching. Well, we've seen Cass, haven't we? Who is down the bottom? That's come out. What about? That's Stav. No, he's just started his out lap.
Guna's on a lap, just going through Sector 1 at the moment.
Okay, cool. I'll jump on board with him as we just go and check out Div 1 very quickly. Div 1, where are you? I think Div 1 actually got stopped a little early, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
So at the time, I think Mamba was 9th in the standings at the time. But when I say he was 9th, I mean he was only 10 points off of being 4th, so very closely fought division. Asian, who was top of the league at the time, he was miles clear, but unfortunately can't be here tonight. And he had Stav, who is in the AlphaTauri, I think, tonight. And Fox Blue, what's he in tonight? He's in the AlphaTauri as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Guna's about to come across the line. 1099, that is quick. And we were actually talking before we came on, weren't we, about who we think's going to win, and he was one of them that we put up there.
We should have said that before, but
yeah, now that everyone thinks we're lying. So yeah, Guna setting the pace, which means that those guys in the 111s, they definitely have to come out again. I think 2-second difference. Not gonna be able to hack that off.
And in what is deemed the slowest car, X Wild goes fastest with a 1099. It's 11 thousandths, faster than Guna. But that's an impressive time in that car.
Yeah, and to be fair, he's a quality driver, isn't he? Like every time I've raced him, he's just been rapid. So yeah, to do it in that car is even better.
He's usually lapping me, so never actually raced him per se.
Yeah, it doesn't last long either, does it?
No.
ASC just comes through with a 10.7, and I've already talked about him. He's come from Division 4. Who else have we got out on the laps?
Stav's just coming around.
Is he? Let's find
him.
him.
Final corners now.
Here he comes,
This
Mr.
will be his
Div 1.
first flying lap.
This is where he dives in the pits.
Oh no, he's
and that's quick, to be fair, in that car. A 10-1. And Stav, to be fair to him, is probably not the strongest qualifier, but very, very good in the race. So
he's always on the podium. Whatever happens, I swear he's always on the podium.
And look at little Mikey sneaking up into 3rd. And barring any mistakes, I think he will be a challenger today with a 10-0. Anyone else we haven't mentioned? Ill Vision?
Yeah, Ill Vision was a Division 3 driver who we commentated on a couple of times. Strong driver. In that McLaren will be able to do some damage, I think. Hopefully not to other cars, but in the standings. We got Skipper in 14th in the Red Bull, one of the fastest cars, well, the fastest car I think on paper. So you expect to see that quality time tumble a bit. Sportmad D1 driver who's going to be in the Alfa Romeo. He went out on the mediums first, so he'll be looking to improve on that 11.1. That's not a particularly quick time.
He stepped up a lot this year, to be fair, because he was in Division 2 last year, wasn't he? And took the plunge and went into Div 1, and he's definitely impressed those guys in there. So yeah, fair play to him.
Ill Vision coming across the line. It goes P8 with a 110.5.
And all the way down to 14th, they're in the 10s. So you would say that probably bob spun downwards could still be at risk, but it's going to mean people need to improve.
Yeah. So we're looking at Xavi, very strong driver from Division 2. I think he's a rookie this season, but was one of the very consistent driver in the races. But will he have the Haas, however you pronounce it, underneath him to be able to challenge? Stewart went out on the mediums. Will need an improvement. Fox Blue obviously retired from the session, and then Evan hasn't set a time yet, but I think he's on a lap now.
Yeah, and I think just going back to Xavi, I think he's been at DTR for a while, but I think he was taking a bit of a break and come back. So Pretty experienced driver, and it's been very good actually this year. I've had some good battles with him. So we'll
Before
see.
you span.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. I think I got 4 points all season this year. Terrible.
In a big show of confidence, X Wild has retired from the session.
Yeah,
So he's
should
happy
be
with his
through
time.
there. He should be through there. Save the tyres, move on. We've got 3 minutes of the session left. Be very lucky to see 4. Well, you need nearly the whole grid to overtake you. I don't think that's going to happen, is it?
Evans coming around the final corner for his first lap. Ooh, doesn't particularly take that too well. Let's see what time he does.
He got his first pole a few races ago and followed it up with another pole, so he's been pretty good recently.
P10. Will that be enough for 10.59?
I'm going to say it will. And Lux is looking in a bit of danger here, considering he's retired.
Yeah.
Is he that confident, or has he just...
No, I think he had a bit of an issue because he left the session as well. So he'll be able to get back into... If he does make it to Q2, I assume he'll be able to retake control of his car, right?
Yeah, definitely. Might just see if there's any messages anywhere, just to make sure he's not struggling to get back in. Oh, I think he's got a load of assists on. That's why.
ASC has hit a wall.
Shock.
So in P14, no, he's knocked his wing off, but he could be out in Q1. He's sitting in 14, and Skipper's retired from the session. He's hit something.
Oh. Yeah,
so
he's lost it.
Skipper's out.
Sector 2. Who is that? Williams coming around? We might be able to see him. Yeah, he was out there somewhere. Car's gone.
So not good news for the fastest car on the grid. One of the Red Bulls going to be starting from P18 at a minimum.
I'm going to sit on board with Mamba because he is currently at risk, but it's a Div 1 driver, so I think there'll be a big lap coming from him. So we'll watch on board with him, but we'll try and catch the other results as they come in. Mikey's confident. He's sat in the pits. Jordan, Bob, Cass, Connor and Evan all happy by the look of it. They're not going to come back,
isn't it? 'Cause there's only 3 tenths in it.
Yeah. I suppose they're all thinking... I mean, people like Jordan, Sport Mad and Mikey are comfortable, aren't they?
Yeah, but kind of...
From bottom, if you're looking at Bob... I think Bob will be okay because he needs pretty much everyone below him to overtake him, and that's probably not going to happen, is it? I think Connor and Evan are risking it a little bit. But only time will tell. And Mamba's lost it, and Mamba could be out then. Yeah, he's going to be out. He's in the gravel. So that's his quali over. What about Brother Adam then? He's at risk. He's right on the cut-off line. Currently through.
I think Xavi could be gone here as well. I'm on board with him. He's not improving.
And Stuart is out. He's finished. So I think that's probably our bottom 5. But Brother Adam is 3 tenths quicker. So Xavi's going to have to look at ASC. No, Xavi's in the pits. That's it then, isn't it?
Yeah. I know Brother Adam's coming around the final corner. I think he's going to knock out ASC here. He does, yeah.
I think ASC stays in, doesn't he? 1, 2, 3,
he does. He does indeed. Yeah. I cannot count. One bit.
I only learned that from last season when I did this, and I said the same thing. So I won't
16,
take the piss.
17, 18, 19, 20. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. So Mamba, Div 1, gone. TJL Stewart, Div 2, gone. I can't see the list now. Xavi, Div 2, gone. Fox, Div 1, gone. So all the big guns going early.
So, from the chat, the Discord chat, TGL Stewart didn't pick his setup. So he is in a bit of trouble here.
I love a race of champions. So yeah, we've lost 2 Div 1s, 2 Div 2s, and a Div 4. Skipper in the Red Bull is from Div 4, so one of the faster cars out. We won't go through the times in each session because it's not going to make a difference to where they start, other than the bottom 5. But everyone else safely through, and we're going to move through into qualifying 2 in the next 10 seconds.
At least we don't have a Sky Sports advert break and Ted Kravitz analysis for 8 minutes, which is
that's always a bonus. Mamba saying that he picked a setup that he used back in July. Says it's working brilliantly for him.
I think there's been about 12 updates to the game since then, so
and they're pretty good with their updates, to be fair.
well, it changes the game every time, which is
oh so wow! Sorry, Karen.
Go on, mate. Go on.
So just getting a bit of news through from some of the drivers, and it's actually going to be worth checking who's used what, as in tyres, because I think Ill Vision, he's used 3 sets of softs already.
Ooh.
Or unless it's the same set and it's just mapped it 3 times. I can't go back and look at Q1 now. It's only showing me Q2, so it's just showing everyone on softs.
Yeah, the guys at an advantage will be the ones that have only done 1 run, so they'll have, the capacity to take extra runs if they don't do their first one too quickly.
Lux is back. Wonder if he's turned his assists off.
Assists can help you. I do know that too well. A bit of medium traction control when you're not feeling the track can be quite useful.
Yeah, I'll just dive in head first and finish with 4 points for the season. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll stick on a lap with Lux and see how he can do. In terms of timer, it was 14 minutes for Q2, so you must drop 2 minutes a session? Or did you say it was 18 for the first session?
I said 18, and this was 15. This is 15 minutes.
Oh, is it? Okay.
This session, so I was only 1 minute out. 18, 15, and 12.
Sweet. Oh, yeah, Lux looks a bit more racy with no traction control on. And here he comes round the final corner to start his first lap of Q2. Good luck to everyone still in it. We're going to lose another 5 drivers, which, just for clarity for Jack, that will be 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. I mean, just watching Lux here, I mean, he does get some really good flow through those first couple of corners. He's gone out on a set of softs, and he can really push the car to the limit. Almost flat out down that right-hander. Normally have to lift a little there. You can just see how much speed he can carry through the corners. Using all the track. And that Williams, I'll tell you, is slow as hell.
I'll just be back with you in 2 minutes. I'm re-inviting Ill Vision to the setup to the game.
Cool. Cheers, mate.
A bit of a glitch.
Is that what caused him to use all the softs? So here comes Lux then round the final corner, and he'll set the first time in Q2, and it's not going to be in the 109s. It's a 10.2. I think that'll be enough based on the Q1, but Wild comes and chucks in a 9.7. He could probably retire right now based on session 1. But the thing we do have to take into consideration is that the track will start to wear in, and the cars probably will get quicker as we start to go through. Stav puts in a 10.2, Brother Adam with a 10.1, and Pac-Man with a 10.7. So 5 cars with the time on the board so far. We're on board with Bob Spun in Sector 3. We've got Red Bull coming over the line, so that must be Connor. And he does an 11.3. That's not going to cut it, I don't think. Cass does a 21.1. Must be warming his tyres up twice. So we'll jump to him once Bob comes over the line. This looks reasonable. It's a 10.0. So the 2 Ferraris, second and third currently. And in fact, we will watch Guna, considering he was quite quick in session 1. Someone else has put a time in. It's Jordan with a 10-0. I wonder if Wild will be ballsy enough just to retire now. He's already 2/10 ahead of the car behind him. And Guna starts his lap, and he's going around turn 1 right now in the Merc. We've got the other Alpha Tauri, not the other one, sorry. Stav is coming into the pits. We've got an Aston Martin. That looks like it's coming in the pits. That would have been Pac-Man with his 10-7. Probably the Ferrari of Bob Spun coming in. Yeah. The Red Bull's coming in. And this will be Cass coming over the line next. So where's he going to go? He goes 8th, 10.9. Then we've got another Ferrari. He'll be coming in the pits, I think. So let's just concentrate on Guna then. Coming into Sector 3, opening up DRS. Your Vision's joined, so Jack's done his job.
I haven't done anything. Someone else has done it.
Oh, okay.
All good.
So here comes Guna, and I think that will be little Mikey in front of him, because it's a McLaren. Ill Vision's only just joined. So let's watch where Mikey pops up on the leaderboard. Expecting good things from him. It's only 7th, 10-3. What about Guna? That's a 10-6, so he goes into 8th.
What about to go out again, those two, I think, won't they?
Definitely. I think you're looking at probably, say probably Stav downwards maybe. Gonna have to come back out. The other 4 could probably risk it. But you've always got the risk if you're in, like if you're, oh, and Cass has made a bit of a mess, I think. If you're in one of the cars like the Alpha Tauri Stav, for example, you must be thinking, it's reasonably comfortable looking at the times below, but based on the car that you're in, you almost feel like you have to go out again just in case you do have to improve. But I can't see 6 cars getting in front of him.
Not sure what Cass is doing, but he seems to have stopped on the outer banks at the final turn.
Yeah, he's going to get disqualified if he can't move. Is he trying to move, or is he just stuck?
It looks like he's stuck. Looks like he's stuck in 6th gear. He seems to have stopped on the track. And yeah, he's been disqualified from the session. Oh dear. So that's our first casualty then. We'll stick with Evan, who apparently goes purple sector 1. Let's just go and see if there's anything else in the chat about that. Nothing yet, but I'm sure he'll say something shortly. Anyway, Evan, sector 3 goes purple in sector 2. Surely not. I mean, he has become a bit of a quali merchant towards the end of the season. He does have a quick car underneath him. Mercedes is pretty racy. Oh, we're about to find out. It's coming around the final corner, and we've got yellow flags in sector 1. Slow car. Here he comes. It's a 10-3. It's not purple. It's lying to us. But it's enough for 7th, and giving himself a bit of daylight from the likes of Guna and Sportsmad. Sportsmad and Pac-Man out on track. ASC, who lost his wing in Q1, giving it another go. He's the self-proclaimed luckiest man alive to get through that session after that. So, yep. I don't know what he did. I think you saw it more than me, didn't you? Yeah, he just hit a wall going into one of the corners. It's quite hard to hit walls here. They are quite far away from the track. There is a bit of grass. Oh no! Yeah. There he goes again. Fun again. Yeah, there it is. Luckily, I was on board, so we get to watch all of that. Perfect. What about his teammate then, Pac-Man, starting a lap? Just trying to find out what happened to Cass. He's put a sort of face palm emoji in the chat, so we'll see if we can find out what happened to him. Pac-Man really thrashing the Aston Martin around these corners. Just got to try and keep it as smooth as possible. But we did see, just as ASC put it in the wall, Wild did come back out, and he's put in 109.5. Lux improves to 109.9. So I think those two are done, personally. Yeah. They can go and chill now.
I think Bob's okay. I think Jordan's okay as well, to be honest. I just can't see.
Brother Adam.
Yeah, maybe. As Pac-Man does a 10.5. So yeah, I think, Pac-Man's probably got enough time for one more run. But yeah, if they're the times they're putting in right now, I just can't see how.
Stav on the lap is improving by 0.4 of a second, so if he can keep it tidy through these final few corners, he should be in with a good spot of getting into the top 10 shootout. Oh, strong time from Stav, 109.7. I think that will be him done in this qualifying session.
Yep, he can go and sit out now, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Brother Adam's probably the cut-off. Evan, Mikey, Pac-Man, Guna in a bit of trouble. Oh, I've been watching Sportsman. He's just pulled into the bloody pit. There's no one else out on track. Are they waiting to the last second?
I think they might be by the look of things.
Is there a Ferrari on its way out? It's Brother Adam. Yeah, I think that's right. Do I? I think he could have risked it, to be honest.
Yeah, he needs 5 cars to overtake him.
And the cut-off line.
Out.
Yeah, and the cut-off line is 0.5 of a second away. I mean, that's a lot of time to find. And some of those guys have already had 2 cracks at it.
Yeah.
Just can't,
Connor's coming out for an outlap. You'd expect that Red Bull to be able to put in a better time than that, and Connor's a quick driver, so I'd expect him to get into this final 10 hit.
Definitely. What we'll do is we'll stay on board with Brother Adam, and then we'll flick over to Connor and Guna, who's just come out as well. And who's the Alfa Romeo? That's got to be Sportsmad, doesn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Mikey and Pac-Man are still sat there, but they might be looking at the track going, well, we can wait, find a gap.
It's only a minute 20 outlap here. I think you got still a bit, probably a minute and a half before you have to go out.
Yeah, true. Right, Brother Adam starting his lap then in the Ferrari, just trying to give himself one last pop to absolutely secure it, but I think he's good. And he takes a bit of a higher line through that banked corner. We're about to see the first check marker, so there's no purple signal there. But it's pretty flat down this through this sector 2 so far. And carrying good momentum. Going into the second DRS zone, uses a lot of track there, probably a bit too much, and there's yellow flags, that just slow cars. Yeah,
slow cars,
yeah. People through. Oh, Brother Adam just goes a bit wide on the apex there. See if that's cost him time. Does very well through the last corner though. Carries a ton of speed through there. Touches the grass. This is not good enough. It's not going to improve. Oh, it is. Just under a tenth. I think he's safe anyway.
I think you're right, yeah. 110 flat is going to...
Oh, I'll tell you what though, Connor taking a second out of his sector 1 apparently, or sector 2, sorry. And he's coming around the final corner now. If he takes a second off, I think that might just secure it for him. It's going to be a 1:10.2.
P7.
So I think that's good enough as well, personally.
That puts Guna at risk.
Yep, and here he comes now. He's coming around the line. Needs a low 110. He's going to do it. He
P7.
goes 7th.
That puts Mikey at risk.
It does. He is out on track though. He's just starting his first lap. Evan puts a... Did we see that? A 109 in? Sportsmad goes 109. Mikey currently out. And Connor is right on the benchmark. So maybe Connor isn't safe.
ASC coming around the final bend for his lap.
And ASC...
Doesn't improve. Oh, no, not enough here. That was his first lap, but a 10.7.
It was actually his second lap. Don't let him forget the the hit
Yeah.
into the wall. I'm sure he'll forgive me for that later. He actually moaned at me a little bit earlier, saying, "Oh, you always give me stick on the streams."
And we will continue.
Yes, and that's why, my friend. But Mikey is only half a tenth up, and he needs a tenth at least. So it's all on this final corner. And I remember Connor actually was very good. Oh, Mikey's made a mistake. He's going to be out, I think. That's not going to be enough. And we're going to have to flick to his teammate, I think. Who comes over the line. No, he's out. Ill vision then.
Pac-Man is improving as well in the other Aston Martin.
How much by?
He was a tenth up through Sector 1.
Cool. Needs a bit more than that, but it's a good start. Here comes Ill Vision, just trying to keep it neat and tidy through the final sector. I think we might even have... Is that ASC coming in front? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So
Pac-Man
just Ill Vision and
1.5
Pac-Man.
up. 1.5 up. So
And Ill Vision has not done enough. Pac-Man then,
he's been quite tidy through this second half of the lap.
he needs a lot out of that final corner by the look of it. It's going to be in the 10s, but is it good enough? No, it's not.
P12.
Just short. It's about a tenth short.
That's it,
Same
isn't
for
it?
Mikey. Yeah, that's it. I think we're done. So if you're out there, Guna, stop scrubbing your tyres. So victims: little Mikey in the McLaren, Pac-Man, Ill Vision, ASC, and Cass, who got disqualified. So what have we got there? We've got a Div 3, a Div 4, a Div 3, a Div 4, and a Div 2. Both Ferraris make it.
Yeah, and that Alfa Romeo is looking pretty racy, isn't it?
Yeah.
First and third for apparently is that apparently the slowest car on the grid, or the second slowest?
I think it's the Alpha Tauri that's the slowest, and then it's them, I think. So yeah, they're one of the slowest, and that's what you get when you put good drivers in. Some good lap times, and Jordan in the Alpine up there. It's a good time from him. Evan, Mr. Quali Merchant, and then Lux in the Williams. Pac-Man's coming around again, but he is done. Apparently, he says he beat his time, but don't think he did.
Oh, Cass run out of fuel. That's how we.
Bit of a mistake. So we'll just mention at the top of the grid then. The Greeks lock out the front row for Q2, Wild and Stav. But the big news on this grid is that Little Mikey, Pac-Man, Ill Vision, ASC, and Cass will all be spectators for the final shootout, which will start.
Two of those who will be absolutely raging inside their helmets.
Yeah, I do. Oh dear, and you know who you are as well. So yeah, what a monster lap from Wild. He's going to be hard to stop in this race, and he often gets the strategy bang on. So yeah, he's going to be tough to beat in this race if he keeps that sort of momentum going. And it probably is. Again, we were talking about this just before we came on. I think this track probably does even out the field a little bit, because the big advantage, I think, for some of the better cars is the straight line speed. And obviously, this track doesn't have huge straights on it, and it just sort of negates some of that advantage.
Without going too technical, I think there are differences in tyre wear between some of the cars as well. So that's something the drivers will have to think about. So some of the lower standard or lower speed cars are worse on tyre wear. So that's something that could play into some of the lower divisioned, higher car drivers.
Yeah, very true, actually. And I mean, Wild, Stav, Sports Mad probably not going to be scared of having to go on a harder tyre, but it will prove to be a disadvantage in the long run.
Stav out quite quickly. Wants to get a quick time in.
Yeah, same with Wild. He's out. Bob's out. Who's first out? Stav. Yes, jump on board with him then.
We got two Mercedes. We thought they'd be quick. Two good drivers and two good cars. Two Alfa Romeos and two Ferraris as well. Both from Division 4. What do you think's the most impressive drive to get into Q3 here?
What as in what? Who's done the best?
Yeah,
Do you know what? That's quite a hard question to answer, actually. I think I honestly did not expect those Div 1 guys to be that quick,
yeah,
to be honest. I think outside of that, I would say Jordan, probably.
yeah. The Alpine's not great, is it?
No, and he's been very good in Division 3, so not not knocking down his talent, but in the car that he's in there, that's not easy. So, yeah, fair play to him. We're going to watch an expert in action. We're on board with Stav, who is starting his first run in Q3. And remember, these guys will get an extra set of softs. And what's happened? Lux has left the session. Hopefully he'll be back.
Fixing assists.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe they change every time they change the session. You could just see the speed that Stav is able to chuck through these corners, and just the balance he keeps in the car is like unbelievable. I wish I could drive half as well as that. I mean, he just 9 times out of 10 he's just clipping the apex, rolling it through perfectly. So if you want someone to watch, him and Wild have been incredible in these sessions. So here comes Stav. The track should be improving, and he does a 109.7. That is a very good first time. Wild just about jumps ahead of it. Look, 0.03 of a second.
And it's going to be a great fight between those two.
I'll tell you what has been impressive actually. Bob Spun. I'm pretty sure he's done a 10-0 in every session so far.
That is some good consistency from him.
Yeah, like to keep it that close.
We were just chatting about Jordan, who's done a 10-0 in the Alpine. That's very strong from him. Division 3 champion, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the end. And Gunnar actually puts his fastest lap of the session in, 9.7. So he's up there with the big boys.
He was the commentator's pick, wasn't he?
He was. Mr. Sandbag now. He was holding it back for the last 2 rounds by the look of it.
You know, he saved 16 sets of soft tyre for this. So,
he's Mr. Rain. He needs rain. And this might have been someone chatting absolute rubbish to me, and I might just be buying into it. But I'm sure someone said that this track is the highest percentage chance of rain or something. I can't remember when they said that. Don't know if it's true. But yeah, we'll see. There's no cloud in sight at the minute.
Not a great lap from Connor. He'll be looking to improve a 10.8. He's a bit off the pace in the Red Bull.
Yeah, surely got more in that. Looks like everyone else has come on in laps, I think. So Sports Mad's on an out lap. We'll jump on with him. And Lux back. Welcome back. Oh, he messaged me saying, "Can you invite me?" No, I can't.
Can't you see we're busy here, Lux?
Yeah. We're trying to give you some shit at the same time. Again, I'm just going to, while we wait for another car to go on a lap, just going to try and check the race director again.
It would be great if it gave you a list of tyres available, wouldn't it? That would be really useful for us.
Yeah. It does say here, so Sports Mad is on a second set of softs. It doesn't tell me whether he's come back out on the same set or not. But Jordan, Stav and Wild, are they back out on out laps?
No,
maybe
they're coming out now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, quite early for their second runs. Maybe they've got enough.
They've saved up enough
for 3 sets, for 3 runs at this.
And there's Stav on the inside coming out the pit lane as Sports Mad comes through sector 1. Oh, that was a bit scruffy, but he's managed to carry momentum, so does well
a few
there.
different lines you can take through that corner, isn't there?
Yeah, it looked a bit risky clipping that curbing on the inside there before you hit the corner, but he seemed to carry it well enough.
I like to go quite high and slingshot it, but
Yeah,
that's probably a reason. There's probably a reason I'm not in the Race of Champions, and that might be it.
I was meant to say that to you earlier, and I completely forgot. So glad you said it. Evan has joined back. Good, because he's got some good quality pace. Sportsmad, it says here, has gone purple, and I don't know if
looking
it's
a little untidy, isn't it? Though I don't think this is going to be purple.
Is it connection though? Like, could be a bit laggy. I don't know. We're about to find out. As I think Lux is probably going to start a lap any second, and scruffy.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, shows how absolutely little I know. He goes 4 tenths quicker.
That is amazing lap.
He will be chuffed with that, won't he?
Against Wild as well. That is a crazy lap. So yeah, if he stays there, fair play to him. Fair play, and I'll be booking a lesson with him. Hopefully he'll give me good rates if I keep bigging him up in these races. Yeah.
Stab's coming around on his second lap now, I think.
Is he? I'm just watching Luxie's on a lap. Who again, just mental how much speed he's carrying through. I wonder if he's got high wings. It's just allowing the car to stick. Or it might be that his car is so slow that you can just pin it the whole way around.
A lot of drivers will use 50 on the front wing, the maximum here, and they maybe drop the rear wing a bit for a bit of speed on the two straights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
50 front wing, that seems really high, but yeah, I suppose it gives you a good grip through the corners, doesn't it? Lux is coming over the line, it's in the 9s, but it's a 0.9. It's only enough for 5th. Got more time to find.
Stab coming now.
Here he comes.
Ooh, he goes quickest.
Wow. Do we think that's the track bedding in?
It must be a bit of an element of that.
Or are these not just insane?
Is Stav gonna pump round this inlet now to try and get a third run? I think he's got the time if he pushes a little bit.
He isn't pushing. He's just cruising in 8th gear. But to be fair, he's probably has got enough time just to cruise around. Like if did you say it's a 140 outlet?
I think a bit less.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be back in the pits by 2 minutes. Probably get back out in 20 seconds. Oh, I suppose it takes 30 minutes for him to put you away, doesn't it?
Yeah, and he's not really pushing. So okay. Maybe he thinks that's enough. Maybe that's his lot.
If he retires in there, fair play. Bob's on his way out. Wild's on his way out.
Evan's on his way out.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Evan can do. Gunnar in 4th.
Gunnar's got to be thinking he's got a bit more in the car, considering he did a 9.7 off his first lap.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure it was the first or second season that I joined here. Like Gunnar seemed to win every bloody division going. I think he won Division 5, won Division 4 as a reserve, and I think he weren't far off doing it in Division 3 as well at the same time. But yeah, I think ever since this game, it's slowed down a little bit. Oh, he changed the wheel, that was it. He changed the wheel, which just knocked him down a peg. Stav has retired.
Thinks he's done enough.
Big dog things, that. He's showing his dominance. He doesn't think anyone else is going to beat him. Bob is improving, but only by thousandths. But actually, that's enough to take him above his teammate. So
they'll be looking to get into the 109s here, so he can jump a couple of positions up to the 3rd row.
Very true. And yeah, those three all very tightly packed, to be fair. 600s between them. Jordan, Brother Adam and Bob. That's probably where I think he'll be happy with 6th, judging on the way he's been qualifying so far.
Just on board with Wild at the moment, coming through the second sector on his last lap. He's half a second up. Blimey, this
Really?
track is firing up now.
Bobsman did improve. He's in the 109s, so he's up to 6th. Let's watch the end of Wild's lap. Look how he rotates the car. It's just crazy. If he's half a second up, he's going to be 2 tenths ahead of those other two. That's just insane. Oh my word, 4 tenths. Jeez, I think we got a winner. Gunas improving. Not improving enough to do any damage to that top 3. But he will want to protect himself from Lux behind, maybe. Him and Lux, best of friends. Jordan
goes 4th. Just pips Guna.
109.7, but Guna is improving. Oh, he is improving. He's going to be enough to jump Jordan Evan, look, 109.5. And Guna's doing enough to beat him currently. He puts in a purple second sector, so it's all about this last corner for him now. And it looks good. Carry speed around the exit of the final corner. Is it enough? 109.5 to beat. Yes, he's in the 4s. It's 3rd. So he does upset Sport Mad. He had a lot of time left in that 3rd sector. What about Lux then? He's got to find something.
And Sport Mad's not improving.
Oh, is that him pulled or is that Wild? That's him in front of Lux, is it?
Yeah. I think he's going to dive in the pits here. He's not improving.
Yeah, and it's just these 2 to go, and that will be grid order. So Lux, I haven't seen whether he's improved. Oh, it's a bit wobbly on exit. Here we go. Got to be a low 109. If he's going to improve, it's a 7. It doesn't improve him. So that is your order then for the Race of Champions. Wild absolutely dominating the field with a 109.0 and is trying to jump on board with him. He retires. Stav 2nd, 109.4. Guna 3rd, 109.4. Sportsmad 4th with a 109.4. Evan 109.5. Brother Adam 109.6. Jordan with a 0.7. Lux with a 0.7. Bob with a 0.9. And Connor will be disappointed. He's a 10.3. But he got into Q1. It's a fair play to him.
Big quality from Guna there.
Very big. He upset that Div 1 lockout at the top. So Wild looks, just his pace looks insane. And let's hope he does have to go on a different strategy to the others. Because I think that will start to make the race a bit interesting. If not, it could be a bit of a runaway. And I'm sure Stav will keep him company. He's good in the race. And then we've got Guna and Sportsmad trying to hunt them down with Evan in there as well. And then Brother Adam in the Ferrari, Jordan in the Alpine, Lux in the Williams, Bob in 9th and Connor in 10th. Going to change your prediction? Or are you sticking?
I can't just say the guy who's qualified in P1, can I? That's not great, is it?
By 4 tenths.
Guna's going to still be my pick.
Oh, that looks a bit cloudy. It's not raining, though, is it?
No.
Yeah, I think I'd be very, very surprised if Wild doesn't win this race, to be honest, based on that. And just knowing how consistent the guy is. Stav, I think, will probably be the only one quick enough, consistently enough to be able to do something about it.
This track can be a bit of a safety car magnet, though.
Very true.
So it's not just going to be a straight pace battle here. There's going to be strategy at play. Pitting on the safety car will be key if you're able to do it.
Very true. Yeah, safety car heaven. That banked corner is normally a messy zone.
And we know how much drivers love overtaking or attempting to overtake in perhaps places they shouldn't. So the roller coaster section of this track is somewhere you probably shouldn't do it. But we will see overtakes down there tonight.
Yeah, 100%. And again, I suppose because of the differences in the cars, there's going to be cars that are stronger at different parts of the track. So again, that's something to keep an eye on anyway. As the formation lap begins for the Race of Champions, our best drivers on the grid about to go head to head.
And there is a massive difference in tyre strategy. So Wild has gone on the soft tyre to start, and the two drivers behind Stav and Guna are on the hard tyre.
Wow. So Wild is thinking, get me out of here. Let the carnage unfold behind me.
I think it's a good strategy. You can get, knowing the equal performance cars, you can get kind of 8 to 10 laps of soft tyre running with this, and then he might be able to eke out a medium to the end. It will be grim, but if not, he can go to the hard. And if he's got enough of a gap, he should be able to protect that lead.
Very true, and he is good at looking after his tyres. And might well be thinking that actually, if my tyre wear is a bit higher in this car, why not at least try and make the biggest gap I possibly can? Because I'm going to have to pit regardless. So we'll see if it works out for him. But it'll make it interesting. But the majority of the grid really on mediums, and then just a bit of a split between, do I want to be quick at the start or do I just want to hang out for a safety car? And
yeah,
I think, as you said, there will be an early safety car.
There's going to be a safety car. It's just dependent on where it comes. I think there's going to be a bit of luck at play as to when that safety car does come.
For sure. I can see there being one lap one, to be honest. I think there's going to be big differences in the cars. People chucking it into that banked corner. Even turn one, actually. Turn one can get a bit messy, can't it?
Yeah, it's a tough corner. It's a long corner as well, with not much of a braking zone, so people try and carry a fair amount of speed into there. Oh, and Stab has been disqualified for missing his grid box. He will not like that.
That's a schoolboy error, not a Div 1 error anyway. So that's a bit of a disadvantage. The Alpine looks like he's sticking out into the middle of the track a little bit there, maybe pointing towards the inside of the corner. It'll be Jordan. But they're lining up now, and we're about to start the Race of Champions for Season 7. The lights are coming on. The grid order has completely changed, and I have no idea why. No, we're good. And with 5 lights on, oh, Stav's jumped. And away we go. I've got a poor angle. But as you would expect, Wild is off the line and Stav is dropping back. I don't know what's happened to him. Guna up into second. Sportsman trying to take second round the first corner. And Guna is fighting it, but he can't. He's had to lift off. So we've got Alfa Romeo, Mercedes. And there's some wing gone a bit further down the field. Is that the Ferrari? It might be. How are we doing further back?
So I've got a bit of news about what Stav jumped the start. So after missing the pit box, he jumped the start, has got a drive-through penalty, as does brother Adam in the Ferrari in P8.
Wow, and we just saw Lux going through the snaky zone that you were talking about, trying to overtake through there. And
there's a Red Bull round, it's Connor.
Oh, Connor, he's not had the best of days. He did get through to Q3, sorry, but yeah, he's got a lot of catching up to do now. He needs that safety car. And I think Lux is probably one of the guys to watch here because he loves an overtake. He's up into 5th already, which means he's up 3 places off the start. So good start from him.
Sportman has managed to grab a couple of places off that start. Managed to jump Guna. You'd expect that on the tyre difference. But Alfa Romeo lockout at the start.
Yep, and as expected, Wild is driving off as quickly as he possibly can. We've got 3 cars in the pits.
Yeah, so we've got Stav, Mamba, and brother Adam.
Brother Adam must be getting a wing change. I think I saw a Ferrari in a bit of trouble.
He's in a whole world of trouble because he's got a drive-through penalty to serve as well.
Oof. Yeah, because they can't do work on the car as he goes through it either. So is he going to have to come back in and serve the pen? Or has he served the pen?
He will have to come back in and serve the pen.
Okay. So Lux is doing a good job of keeping up with the Mercedes, but I tell you what, he's under pressure from Jordan as well. And this front group, and I tell you what, I didn't notice Mikey has jumped up a fair few places here. Oh, I'm mucking up the menu. Ugh. So how many places? He's up 4. Pac-Man up 3. ASC up 4. TGL Stewart up 6. On
One
Fox
to
Blue.
watch. We haven't talked about Fox Blue, have we?
Yeah, forgot about him. Mr. Lone Wolf at the back. But I must say, just look at the gap at the front already. 2.5 seconds.
Wow.
Fox Blue is round on Ill Vision. Ill Vision fighting it back on soft tyres, but Fox gets his elbows out. Ill Vision tries to cut back in, but that is Fox Blue. Lux on Evan in the snaky section. He's through. He did it in the banked corner by the look of it. Shame we didn't catch that on camera. That would have been an amazing move to watch. And now Evan trying to get back at him. Ill Vision's dropped down quite a few places. What's happened to him? Has he got
We've
damage?
got yellow flags in sector 1, and it is Ill Vision. He's had a spin. He's just coming onto track.
Yeah, something happened to him there. Not sure what. But yeah, look, the gap at the front, already 3 seconds. Gooner's putting pressure on Sportmad, which is only playing into Wild's hands. And Lux is right behind Gooner. So, I mean, if you take Wild out of the equation here, you could chuck a blanket over the top 10, really.
Wild is going to have to pit earlier, obviously, on those soft tyres.
Here comes Gooner. He's through on the straight. Sportmad gives him a bit of a clip, and Lux is going to have a go on the outside. He's on the grass. Ooh. Got squeezed a bit there by the look of it. And Lux.
Patience, Lux. Patience.
Yeah. To be fair to him, Sportsmad was pulling right there, so he must have seen the gap open, and I think Sportmad might have just pushed him a little bit. But I'm not here to be a steward. We're here to see Lux crash into a wall. So, yeah, but I mean, Lux is looking forward and not backwards, I tell you that. Anything else going on further back? It all seems to have settled down a little bit now.
No, we've got that group from kind of second all the way down to 9th, which every car is within a second of the one in front. Which is going to get certainly a bit fruity as these tyres start to die off.
Yeah, and the DRS is open now. So everyone getting the same tow along, but you'd imagine that Gooner's got some good straight line speed, but without the DRS, Sportsmad's surely going to have the advantage. And here we go, and there's some yellow flags in Sector 2, but Sportsmad is through, and Lux is going to come through as well. He's side by side on both of them. Is he going to make a... Yeah, he's made a double move. Lux goes through into second place in one straight, and there's some carnage a bit further back. Gooner's side by side with Sportsmad, but Sportsmad just about keeps the place. So, wow, good racing. That's what we love to see.
In a quicker car, do you reckon he'll be able to start putting the pressure on Wild here?
When you say quicker car...
not much quicker.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll put pressure on, but I think strategy, he could... I think if he can just hang around and not have to battle... Oh, he's gone a bit wide there, I think. Sportsmad's just closed in the gap a bit. Yeah, he's just going to have to keep it neat and tidy and not let Wild get too far ahead, because they're on the mediums. And Wild's tyres will drop off at some point. So I think he can do it strategy. I don't think he can do it in outright pace.
Yeah, agreed. Still that massive or lack of a gap from second all the way down to 9th, but we're going to see some more action to turn 1 here, probably.
Can Gooner do the double overtake? Lux is already flashing, so he must have been using everything he had. And I don't think Sportsmad's going to be close enough. But I tell you what, there's a Mercedes Q behind with an Alpine pushing him along.
It's really difficult to recharge your battery rounds here. Despite a lot of lap is on kind of, it is a slower lap. There's not many long braking zones to really pump that battery up. So you've got to be really careful, because you're going to be suffering the whole race if you've done it by lap 5 like Lux has.
Out of interest, Wild has actually dropped back half a second, so Lux is reeling him in.
I think that's going to be the tyre wear on that car, surely.
Potentially, yeah. And, unfortunately, there's no way to check it. What I will tell you though is that Wild has not used an ounce of battery. But just another key moment here is Lux is over a second clear of Sportsmad, which means no DRS, which means Guna's chance to get back into second. Guna's wing is wide open, and he's got huge amounts of overspeed. He's through already, and Evan is not going to be close enough, but will start to join the back of Sportsmad's wing. But I'll tell you what that has done. It has had a bit of a slingshot effect on Guna, and he's now only half a second back from Lux. And these two have got previous history. They love racing each other, especially when they're trapping each other into Monza walls. So that this could get a bit fruity. So we'll try and keep an eye on it. Have you got an update on?
Yeah, just an overtake from back in the field. Fox Blue has just got past ASC, so he's doing his work to try and get through the field and join the mega DRS train from second to ninth. He's got TGL Stewart next, but I think he might be able to make fairly simple work of that as he's coming up on the DRS zone now.
Yeah, I was going to. Fox was the one I was asking about actually. He's made some good progress, but I think there's a couple of cars that could really do with a safety car, and Fox is one of those. Stav being another. And Wild is back out to 4 seconds ahead. Guna is going to get the jump on Lux here with the DRS open, and you'll be glad to know it was all done very clean. So Lux is now going to be back on the attack. Probably will do well to save up a bit of battery, but I think you've got an overtake to tell us through.
Yeah, Fox has just got past TGL Stewart, so he will be pumping now. He's a very quick driver, so he will be looking to grab back onto the back of Pac-Man and work his way through that DRS train.
So to call it out, the gap's 5.5 seconds for Fox, so we'll keep an eye on that and see if he can draw that in. Probably going to be hard without DRS, but if there's anyone out there can do it, it's not Fox Blue. So Sportsmad now right on the wing of Lux, 2.5 tenths, both got DRS. Guna nearly pulling out a second gap on Lux. So I think if the first car that can break the second and then stay away from the DRS train behind is just going to find themselves in wild territory. But
just want to talk about is Mikey here. He's sticking with all these medium runners on the hard tyre. His tyres, there'll be a point where his tyres will start to get better, and when these guys pit, he'll have a bit of a clean bit of air to try and push towards those podium positions.
I tell you what, we've not really given these drivers any sort of credit. There's not really been any major incidents to talk about. Nothing. I mean, I'm jinxing the shit out of this now, but there's been no.
We're not in the race, that's why.
Very true. This is what good drivers are like. But there's not really been a sniff of a safety car yet.
No.
So, yeah, we thought there was going to be one early. So fair play.
Still got the hopes up.
There'll be one at some point, surely, especially with ASC in it. I tell you what, Evan is so close to the back of Sportsmad there. This group from third down to sixth is so tightly packed. I think we're going to see. I think we could see 4 wide going into this turn one. Let's just keep an eye on it.
Just got a great juxtaposition of potentially faster drivers and slower cars, which really evens this field out. Yeah,
unless your name's Wild and you're just such an insane driver that you can just disappear off into the distance. But yeah, fair play to him. 4.2 seconds now, so he's not exactly running away. But I think
he's just managing, isn't he? He's just going to be managing that gap.
Yeah, he's got the ability to stretch soft tyres further than these guys can manage mediums as well, I think. So we'll keep an eye on that. Jordan is probably the closest man in this battle, right up behind Evan. Again, can't find a way through and just biding their time. But I think you're right, Mikey has got a bit of an advantage here if he can just stretch this run out a little bit.
Yeah, he should be able to get these hard tyres fairly long into the race.
Hard soft?
He might be able to do a hard soft strategy if he can get them to kind of lap 25, 26 when the cars are low on fuel.
Yep, that would probably be my choice if I was him. But again, I think we've just got to take it as it comes, because if that safety car comes out, like if I'm assuming you can't do 26 laps on a set of mediums.
Well, it's gonna be very, very tough.
So,
Some of these high speed corners, you're going to be wanting as much grip as possible, so you don't want to run tyres kind of past 50% really.
So essentially, he doesn't want a safety car then. He's the guy that doesn't want one. ASC through on TJL Stewart by the look of it.
Yeah, and the Fox Blue isn't doing much to get that gap to Pac-Man.
He's actually dropping, isn't he?
Yeah, he must have used a lot of his resources to gain the positions all the way up there. But
it's also the DRS effect, isn't it? However, interestingly, Pac-Man is now a second away from Bob, which might give Fox a bit of hope. But Pac-Man's just closed it in, so it's all going to be on Pac-Man dropping outside of DRS to allow Fox to catch up, and he'll just need to try and pick them off one at a time, really.
It's all calmed down a little bit, isn't it?
It has. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some action into turn one. Probably Jordan looks the closest, but yeah, not.
Gunnar looks to be getting a mini gap, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he just can't break the set. If he can break the second, I think he will drive off. But look at the DRS is just a killer. It just pulls them all the way back in. Jordan just overshoots the corner. Mikey was having a little look, but couldn't make it happen. So no place has changed. Looks like Bob Spun is actually dropping off the back of Mikey now. So that could help Fox if he could have those two just drop off the back of this queue. But again,
there's going to be a lot of soft runners who are going to be around the pit window now.
Wild will be the interesting one.
Yeah, and he won't want to come out behind all this traffic.
No.
But it might be unavoidable.
It depends how much he's able to manage those tyres up front. But and there's
we've got a yellow flag.
flags.
It's a half. It's Javi.
Is he still moving? Is he still moving?
Yeah, he's still moving, but I think he might have damage.
Okay, no safety car though. So Mikey is probably the one to watch now. He seems to be the one sticking closer. So I wonder if that window is just about to happen for him, where he gets the reward of running those harder tyres. But yeah, I'm impressed with Wild still out there and not really dropping back. So I think all the time that gap stays over 4 seconds, he'll be comfortable just chilling out there, hoping that some of these guys behind start to pit and then he can pit.
If he manages to get the softs to the same level some of these guys are running their medium first stint, then very, very impressive strategy to just get the jump off the line, clear himself out of any potential mischief going on behind.
Yep. Lux now getting ever closer to Gunnar again. Maybe he's charged up a bit of battery.
Seeing Connor pit for a new front wing. He's not having a particularly great evening tonight. And Javi pitted as well for a new front wing.
I think that let Stav through, didn't it? Stav and Mamba back there, 15th and 16th.
They've got a lot of work to do to catch up though.
Interestingly, Fox is still not making any inroads into those two.
Yellow flags. Cat in the hat. That house car doesn't look like the one, does it?
Lux is going to have a pop at Gunnar here. And Lux does get through on the inside. Gunnar leaves space, tries to slingshot his way back round.
And Wild has pitted for hard tyres.
I wondered why they were all changing position. It's him. He's going for hards, is he?
Yeah.
So he's found a little gap to come out in. Oh, he's going to come out in traffic. So that could bring everyone else back into this race.
Oh, he's just got out ahead
he's
of them.
nipped out in front of them. So that's perfect for him then. Who's he got in front of him? Fox?
He's got Fox, so he should reel him in reasonably quickly, I would have thought, with that tyre delta. Oh, I've got the thesaurus out tonight.
And I was going to say, I thought you was referencing the league there for some reason, but it looks like this front bunch are just bunching up again. And I'll tell you, actually, one of the gaps to watch will be Wild versus Fox, considering Fox is not making any time on the two in front. So how quickly will Wild catch him? 3.5 seconds, the gap. But Sportsmad,
go on.
Sportsmad, I think is going to make a shot on Guna here, and Guna is going to be looking at Lux. This could go 3 wide. We're on board with Sport. It is going to go 3 wide. Guna's in front. Sportsmad's got the inside line. Lux is trying to throw it around the outside. We've got someone coming out of the pits. It's Carnage.
Xavi.
Xavi needs to get out of the way. Lux has had he keeps it. There was a moment there, and Xavi really needs to just be careful about what's going on behind him. But saw that one coming. They were all so close on track. Lux is looking very impatient again behind Guna, and they nearly touch. He's just got to try and just be a little bit sensible and wait here. I'm sure Guna will be screaming in his helmet with a little bit of contact.
This will help Guna with. He should get DRS off the back marker here.
I'll tell you what, well, he has moved out of the way. Guna is on the hards, isn't he?
He is.
So he's in a good position to be able to keep these guys behind. Oh, and there's a bit of a mistake from Evan behind. I don't know if he got a touch there. I was just looking back and saw a bit of a wobble, but I don't think Lux is going to be close enough this time. Sportsman will be able to have a pop at him, though. And this, the straight line speed, he's struggling there. But this could be 3 wide again. It's going to be 2 wide. Lux down the inside. Sportsman's trying to follow him round. Guna's going to have to take the outside line. There's a clip. But it looks like they're safe. Sportsman's getting a bit beaten up out here.
I cannot keep my eyes on this. This is crazy racing. Love it.
Yes, it's probably one of the best races I've watched. And just interestingly, looking back, Wild is nearly in DRS range of Fox. So he has brought that 3-second gap right down. And interestingly, Fox is no closer to Pac-Man than he was. So Fox is going to be overtaken by the guy in NEP P1 very shortly.
Sportman is struggling here. His tyres are sliding all over the place.
I wonder if he took a bit of damage. I mean, he's been popped a few times, but he's dropping off the back of this, and it's nearly a second. That's dangerous. If they lose that, even the 2 behind will probably want to get on with it to not lose track of the DRS.
Wild's got ahead of Fox Blue, so he is firing himself through that field now. Tell you what, those guys in front would love a safety car right now, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that would be perfect for them. I think Wild would still get through. He's just coming round the back straight now, and there is a McLaren in the pits. Ill Vision, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Ill Vision, but Guna's just taken the lead. He did get back past Lux.
Yeah, I think Guna was there. To be fair, I think that they must have gone side by side, and Lux didn't quite make it. But Lux again. You can see that he's got the corner speed when you're on board with him through this snaky section you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
He's just right on his rear wing. And the only chance he's got to overtake is store some battery and have a dig under DRS. But again, it feels like it's just settled down a little bit again. But what this is doing is just allowing Wild to keep catching. And... he doesn't have to pit again. I think he's going to be quick enough even on scrub tyres.
Once he's in that safety car window, he's going to be absolutely fine. I think he's already in it now, right?
I think so. And even if you're him, you're just going to take track position around here because you've seen how hard it is to overtake. He's got the pace, and that is Sportmad in.
Yeah, looking for an undercut.
There's a couple coming in, actually. Pac-Man and Bob as well, I think.
Yeah. No penalties, so very well done to all of them on their entry speeds there.
I'll tell you what will be interesting here, because if Lux can continue to manage these medium tyres, it might be worth him just trying to stay out, because the DRS with Guna might just pull him away from Sportsmad. We need to see where Sportsmad filters out, and he's behind the Alpines?
Yeah, he's got a bit of traffic, so he's behind TGL and Jordan, so that's not a great place for him to come back out into. He should be able to clear them reasonably quickly, but if Lux comes straight back in, he might be able to just have that good gap on Sportmad that he didn't have previously.
I'd be tempted, if Lux can do it, I would be tempted just to stay and use Guna to keep pulling him along a little bit. And Sportsmad is fighting, I think, by looking at the dots on the map, and he's round. I think he's round Stewart anyway. So yeah, that's not really. And Lux is in. Evan stays out. Mikey
gets
stays
a
out.
5-second penalty, Lux.
Standard. He's a bottle job. He's lost the plots. So, how long do these front guys carry on? And we've got to think, like, Evan's on mediums, but Guna, they can't pit at the same time. They're in the same box, and Stewart now gets a penalty, so they're all doing it. It's like a rash. Once you see one, they start popping up all over the place. But Evan is a second back from Guna, so Guna might have an opportunity to start building something for himself here.
Yeah, I think what Guna and Mikey are going to be doing, right, is they're going to be staying out for 6, 7, 8 laps, however long they can make those tyres last, until there's guaranteed no safety car within that time, because that's what they'll be looking for. If they can get a safety car, they'll jump all those guys who've taken a full racing speed pit stop.
Yeah, very true. And look where Wild is. Like, this is just he's just cruising.
Incredible pace. Absolutely incredible pace.
He could even now decide to pit if a safety car did come out. Mikey's closing in on Evan, not close enough this time. Fox is actually up into 5th, but not pitted, I don't think.
No, he's gone 19 laps on those mediums, which is
I think
pretty impressive.
He will continue to as well. He just wants a safety car. It's the only way he's back in this race. And if you look, if he pits, he's going to lose maybe 5 places, but then have fresh tyres, and we'll be back in DRS zone, and probably will feel a bit more racy. So yeah, I think if he can keep stretching it a couple more laps and hope. But the problem is the field now is just silly spread. Like, there's only a couple of battles really where you'd say there could be a safety car. Mikey's going for a move, and he makes it. He's done it into the first DRS zone, so that means that Evan's going to get some back with him.
I reckon he'll pull out Evan's tyres. I reckon Evan comes into the pits now. He might just stay out one more lap because he could get DRS on that main straight.
It's going to be important for Mikey to find, and Evan does stay out. It's going to be important for Mikey to reel Guna in here, and he's found 2 tenths. But maybe Evan's just going to stay out until he finds a safety car as well, and Wild is all over the back of these guys now.
Just 1.5 seconds. Lux is overtaken Sportmad going into turn 1.
Oh, so he did come out behind it, did he?
Yeah. So that battle is continuing. Continuing. That's not a word.
Continue winning. So yeah, back out at the front. Evan 3 tenths back from Mikey. Mikey, whilst is gaining in the straights, losing out in the more technical areas. TGL Stewart up on Cass in the Haas. Not too much else going on really. Pac-Man, let's just jump on with him quickly. Whoa! And I don't know if that was a glitch, but looked like he went completely through the back of Bob there. And let's jump on board with Wild and watch an overtake for him, because we haven't given him much air time, and he's absolutely dominating this race. He's coming round onto the pit straight, and the front 2 are in, Evan and Mikey.
Front 3 are in.
And Guna.
Guna, Mikey and Evan.
Oh, Mikey, you idiot. What are you doing, boy? So Wild takes over the lead of the race and is probably going to end up about 90 seconds ahead. Fox blew into second, look at that, on his medium tyres. And only 8 seconds back from Wild, to be fair.
So the undercut has worked massively then for Sportmad and Lux, hasn't it? They've got 4 seconds or so on the guys in front, but Guna will be on the medium tyres. Look
at Lux fighting Jordan hard through the snaky section. Oh, and he nearly took his front wing off. But he just about snuck round him. Lux, I mean, he loves to race.
It's giving me heart attacks around that roller coaster section.
No F's given. Sports Mad can't afford to get held up behind Jordan here, but I think Jordan's in this race actually, isn't he?
We haven't talked about him at all, but I think he is. I think he's got a shot of a podium.
Yeah, he came in 2 laps earlier. His tyres are 6 laps old. These Luxes are 3, Sport Mad are 4. Gunnar 4 seconds back from this group. So will the medium tyres? How Evan actually went bold and went on the softs. Fox Blue 21 laps on mediums. Here comes Sports Mad. Let me get rid of some of these menus because it's taken up the whole screen.
There can't be anything left on Fox's tyres now.
Tell you what, Sports Mad loves to just say that I'm here, mate. You're going right to the outside of the track and you're having a car's width and that's it. But yeah, gets the job done, and now he's on the back of Lux again. And this is currently for 3rd place, but Fox not pitted yet and is waiting for the safety car. But
remember, Lux has got himself a 5-second penalty. He's got to be kicking himself for that.
Yep. And it happens every week. There's a driver that does really well, just can't get on the brakes quick enough in the pits. And it's a silly way to lose a race, to be honest. But nevertheless, it's been really, really good racing. And this battle is not going to end anytime soon. Unless we see a T-bone into turn 1. Let's watch it from Jordan's view because we can see everyone then. Who is the... Oh, they're catching Fox at a rate of knots by the look of it. Not surprising.
Gunnar's catching this group as well now.
Yeah, he's taken a second out of them already. Fox's wheels look square, but he's carrying on. And
I've got nothing left.
And Gunnar goes fastest lap of the race, followed by Mikey, who's right behind him, also with a 5-second penalty. But Fox, I understand what he's doing, and I think it's the only play he's got. Lux gets a bit sideways out of the banked corner. Sports Mad. Oh, and Lux is out. Off. Was that contact?
Yeah, that was contact. It's a safety car. That was Sport Mad into the back of Lux. Oh my goodness me.
And that is Fox's dream, and it happened right behind him. Let's project where Fox is coming out. Going to be behind that Ferrari, I think. Do you reckon 9th?
Yeah, I think around that, but that puts him in a great position, doesn't it?
He can jump on soft, surely.
I think you're going to see most of the field jump on soft here, surely.
And there's going to be cars behind him pitting as well. So Fox is back in this. Wild is going to get reeled in, and I imagine Wild comes in. Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, you've got the gap, hasn't he? He's got 14 seconds.
Yeah, the car behind him should go round because he should unlap himself, and he does. Fox then will come in. There's no doubt about that. Don't speed in the pit, Foxy boy. Oh, and Sportsman's nearly hit him. Everyone's coming in. This is Fox's dream.
Fox is going about 2 kilometres an hour in that pit lane.
Yeah, do not pick up the pen. Pac-Man's coming in. This is things that dreams are made of. And look, Bobspun, I think, has done... Look at Pac-Man, he's picked up a pen. Bobspun doing the right thing. He's going to overtake all these guys in the pit.
And he's into second.
Yeah.
He's into second.
I think that's the right call. He's got to do something to try and win. Evan, look, went on the softs. And he's up into 3rd on the softs. How old are they?
3 laps old.
3. Oh, that's good for him. Skipper up into 4th, but those tyres are going to be screaming at him. Fox in 5th.
Interestingly, Gunnar, I don't know what goes on in the mind of Gunnar, because he had 2 lap old mediums and he's pitted for a set of fresh mediums and has knocked him down about 4 positions.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Same with Mikey. He's on 2 lap old mediums and he's gone for a fresh set of softs.
I can see that thing that way round because you're coming in for better tyres. But I don't understand coming back in for the same type of tyre that's only 2 laps old. That's a bit of a strange one.
And Skipper's up into 4th.
Yep. His tyres are not in great shape though. He's 9 laps old. Bob's on 7 lap old hard. So you'd imagine that those two are going to be pretty easy targets. But yeah, Wild actually came in for the mediums. I wonder if he had no sets of softs left.
I think he's fine, whatever tyres he puts in his car. He could put Inters on and I think still win this race with the pace he's got. Yeah,
very true. And he's got Bob spun behind him. Bob actually comes in. That's silly. I think I mean, the only way he was going to do any damage in that race was staying out, to be honest. But
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes in. He's going to put some softs on.
He had damage. He's put a fresh wing on.
Fair enough. God, imagine he took Wild out. That would have been crazy. Fox up into fourth then.
So that is interesting, isn't
it? Fox has played this brilliantly, to be honest, and I hate to say it. He's got quite a few championships behind him, but only because of an amazing reserve partner that he had. But he seems to forget about that when he tells the stories.
He won't shut up about it if he gets on the podium, will he?
Well, I think he's going to want to win it, but he's got the pace. I mean, we didn't see him in quali, do we? So we don't actually know.
I think he'll clear Skipper easily with the tyre advantage. I think as well he's got a bit of a tyre advantage on Evan, but it just depends on how far Wild can get up the road.
Yeah, I mean, Wild just looks on a different planet. So yeah, he's got to clear them quick. And the only thing he's got that's going to help him is DRS, really, and he's not going to have that for the first 2 laps.
Is safety car going to come in this lap?
I think we might end up doing one more, but only one retiree from the race actually, and that's pretty good. And if I was going to put my money on anyone, I wouldn't have got much money back, I don't think.
Yeah, I think he was a 1 to 5 favourite, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault.
Didn't look it. Yeah, didn't look it. And I was saying actually how close Sports Mad likes to run to people. But yeah, is what it is. It's happened now. And I think this is going to be the final lap of the safety car, I think.
This will help Fox.
Yep. Keep those tyres fresh.
I'm on board with him at the moment. His car looks incredibly dirty. He may have taken some cross-country routes over the previous 27 laps.
Looks like he just disappeared into the backside of Skipper there. A bit of a assume it was a glitch. Last thing he'll want is any damage.
Any danger, or not danger, of people coming from the back here? Stav on fresh softs, Mikey on fresh softs.
Yeah, Mikey's going to be interesting to watch. ASC in the top 10. Keep an eye on him. Why? Oh, okay. We've got 2 people. This looks a bit weird, man. I think the timing screen. Oh, Ill Vision is a lapped car, is he?
Yeah, Ill Vision is a lapped car. So he's in the middle of this, so he's going to have to get out of the way pretty quickly after that timing line.
Okay, and he's behind Mikey, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's a nightmare for Mikey downwards, or for ASC downwards anyway. But the safety car is going to come in. Wild is renowned for his safety car starts, loves to slow the field right down.
He doesn't want to give the guys behind a good run on fresh tyres out of this last corner, so he will be going as slow as possible. I reckon he will be crawling down that main straight all the way past the pit lane until the timing line.
I am always tempted in these situations to go early because people will be expecting that. And he's gone.
He does go early.
Evan sort of caught it, but half a second back. Skipper did not catch it, and he is nearly... Whoa! No, okay. That was a glitch, surely. Yeah, I saw someone go flying into the pit wall. Fox is having to battle Sportsman from behind, but he's through on Skipper. That was a crazy move. He went from defence to attack in literally about 3 metres.
ASC gets a yellow. A penalty for ignoring yellow flag might be involved with Ill Vision overtake there.
Shocker. Not surprised to see him getting warnings, but Skipper and Sportsman are side by side. Sportsman goes round the outside. What a move. So Skipper really struggling on those 12-lap-old mediums. Gooner's going to be the next person to want to come after him. And I tell you what, Fox is driving like a madman to try and get past Evan and stay within a second of Wild. But Evan, second back, that's not good for Fox. I don't think he'll have the pace without the DRS to do much about Wild, I don't think. But again, we can throw a blanket over these top 10. And Gunnar is itching to get past Skipper. That's the next one to watch. And look at
Stamps
Fox.
up a position since this safety car. There is loads of cars in this kind of 4th to 10th
Here comes
situation.
Gunnar and Mikey, both past Skipper, and I think ASC is going to come and join the party as well. He's not quite close enough. So Gunnar's through. Mikey looks like he's trying to push Gunnar all the way on those softer tyres. Fox didn't get through on that lap.
Oh, ASC's round. Chaos.
Oh, ASC, my friend. Oh, he's in the wall with Jordan.
Yeah.
And that is all ASC's fault without even looking at it.
I was on board with it. Yeah. Not too many kind words can be said about that move.
The reason I say it is because Jordan has had a very clean race.
ASC's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location, but I think it's good for the game, that one. And there is a safety car.
Yeah, it came back because of the incident. And I think if you were going to put a double down on the 2 people to retire, I still don't think you're getting more than 5-1 on that double. So, is there anyone else that is likely to be next? No, I think the rest of the field are all right. To be fair.
Yeah. Will we see drivers pit here?
Yeah, Skipper surely.
Oh, Wild fakes it.
That's a fake. That's
Evan
a fake.
fakes it.
Yeah, that's a fake.
Fox.
They're all faking it. You're fakers. A lot of you.
I think there's going to be some guys down the back of the field who might take a punt on a set of fresh softs.
Yeah, who?
No, completely wrong. Oh no, Jordan. But I think he's got damage.
Probably got wing damage. Yeah. Ill vision. At least he's at the back of the field now, so can't cause carnage. This is probably good news for Fox because actually he gets another safety car and he's 1 position further forward. So if he can clear Evan, which I mean it's not going to be easy, the motor's going to be quick, then it's all about him versus Wild. And these tyres, really, they're only 2 laps old, aren't they?
Yeah. They do burn up quite quickly behind the safety car, though. I've always got that tyre screen open when I'm behind safety car on fresh softs, and it is horrible to watch.
Just watching your grip drift away. It's been a really good race to hit.
It has, yeah. Great action all the way through for a track that's quite hard to race on.
I mean, I'm knackered. I don't know about the races. It's been hard. Yeah. And I am now. You said it. But yeah, like fair play. I think for me, I know we've still got 6 laps left. If you let's move Wild to one side for a second because he is just he's different gravy. I would give driver of the day to Fox Blue right now. Mainly because he used his head.
Yeah.
And just went and stayed for as long as possible and has given himself a shot at this.
I wouldn't have had the cojones to stay out on those tyres for that long. I'd have given up 6-7 laps before he did. So yeah.
I would have had the balls to do it. I wouldn't have had the skill to pull it off.
You'd have been 3 laps down by the time of it.
I think those 6 or 7 laps that you said you would have bottled it on, I think I would have ended up in the wall. So yeah, fair play. Like obviously he's had to keep up some good pace to be able to get to that place. And then just giving himself a great shot at it. But like again, you can call out Sportsman, Mikey, Gunnar. Lux, I know he's out now, but Lux, the fight that they were having, Jordan as well, all fighting at the front of the field, and we're doing it for 12, 13 laps. It's probably the most intense race some of them guys have had.
Do you know what it is? It's part of a testament to I'm going to say amateur league racing. Just stick in the race. If you're there or thereabouts by the end, then if you don't stick it in a wall, you don't get involved in too much trouble, you're going to be there.
Yeah, spot on.
Safety car in this lap.
So Wild actually did go quite early last time in comparison to where we thought he was going to. Evan was all over the back of him. well, not all over, but he did react to it quite well. So he's got to do it again now, and Fox has got to do the same thing. So is he going to go at the same point? I mean, I would do it somewhere different, but you probably want it in a low traction zone. He is waiting longer now. He's still not going. He's going to try and catch them out late. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. And he has caught Evan out this time. It's about half a second. Fox is all over the rear of him. Surely he's punting all of his DRS. He's going to try and chuck this down the inside. No, he's not. He's going to pull out of it. Sportsmad's on the back of him. But as you were through turn one. Sportsmad trying to put as much pressure on as possible. Fox is doing all the pushing though. He's all over the back of Evan. He knows he needs to get this done. And here we go. They're side by side in the snaky area. Oh, contact. But not enough to cause any issues. But Fox knows this is his time. It's now or never. So he's going to take a little bit more risk. He's going to go for it. And yeah, look, he's pushing Evan around. He's like, come on, man, get on with it. But look at the control he's got out of these corners. It's great to watch. And yeah, you've got to show him the outside Evan does, which means that he can't go anywhere. No DRS.
Great for Evan, really, isn't it? This is top driving.
Yeah, he's a roadblock there, isn't he? And Wild is just driving off. So here we go. Fox's chance now. He's got to just try and burn as much of that battery as possible. Sportsmad is not a problem behind him. Here we go. He's side by side. And look at the pain he has in the straight line. He just can't like muscle his way past. But he's through. So, Div 1 v Div 1, here we come. Sportsmad trying to make a move on Evan now. And Evan looks like he was just struggling for grip a little bit there.
Guna's joined the back of this party, isn't he?
Yeah, Mikey is just behind him too. So, who's going to take these podium spots? I think first position, I think, is done. DRS cannot save Fox now. So he has to outpace Wild, which is just not an easy thing to do, is it?
And Wild's in a apparently better car.
Yeah, not. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Of course he is. Yeah. Not sure why that is. Probably because Fox finished quite high in the standings.
Yeah.
Maybe he has got the pace. We didn't see him in quali, and he has actually brought the gap down by a tenth, but a tenth is not going to do enough damage. And he has actually pulled away from Evan. Look.
We saw from Fox from Wild earlier in the race, so while he was managing this gap, all he was doing was conserving battery. I think that's exactly what he's going to be doing here.
Yeah, he'll. I tell you what, Fox is doing a little bit of damage to that time, but it's just not going to be enough for the end of the
yellow
race.
Flag, sector 1. It's a Ferrari. It's brother Adam who's round.
Can't be a safety car now. Only 2 laps left. Brother Adam with a penalty.
Oh, I think he rejoined Paulie. Jordan Skipper having a mega battle through the roller coaster.
Yeah, let's have a quick look then. Jordan. Oh yeah, side by side, and there's another Alpine. Oh my God, they're about 4 wide. Look at the state of that.
Oh, Carl's round.
Oh,
3 wide.
Who's the Aston?
Oh, blimey.
Pac-Man. Wow, carnage. Get through there, boys. Be careful. So who's going to pick up this final podium spot then? We've got... Oh, look at Stav's involved in this as well. So all the way down to 7th. All still got a shot at that 3rd place on the grid. I think 1 and 2 is sorted. It's now down to P3. Who's going to get it? And I tell you what, Sports Mad is attacking and being attacked by the 2 Mercedes.
Sport Mad is flashing.
He is. He's used everything he can, and I think this is all playing into Guna's hands here, really. Sportsman's going to be a sitting duck next time we go round onto that home straight, so I think he's done it a lap too early. Mikey's all over the back of Guna on softer tyres, and is Mikey going to try it? He's not. He's holding up. Mikey, and I don't like to call it out in case people are watching, but Mikey's battery looks tasty. That's not a euphemism or a pun. I'm actually talking about his battery. But I wouldn't be surprised if we could see Mikey slingshot the lot of them here.
This is going to be great going down this main straight, isn't it?
Yeah. Gunnar and Evan do have battery, but not as much as Mikey, nowhere near as much as Mikey. He's been sensible here. And I don't often say that about Mikey, bless him. Here we go then, Mikey. Good exit. Get your battery down. Here we go. Can he do it? The straight line speed of the Mercs might not help him. DRS is open now. Sports Mad surely is going to be toast. That's one Merc
Both
round.
Mercs past
That's
him.
two Merc round. And can Mikey just follow Gunnar through? No, he's too far back. And Sports Mad gets a bit of snap there. But he saves it. Mikey holding on to some battery. Use it up here. Oh, he's on the back of him. He's hit Sports Mad. You got such good drive out the exit. Mate, use your battery. You've got one lap left. Use it. Just dump it. Do the hero move. Come on. Use it here. Go down the inside. Come on, Mikey
Stan's
boy.
joined the back of this now.
Yep. He's in there looking for something. Right, this straight, Mikey. Listen to me, boy. I hope you're watching the stream. Get your battery on. Now. Yes, he's on. Come on, then.
Here
Go
comes
for it.
Gunnar.
Go for it. Go on,
Can't do
go
it
for
on
it.
his teammate.
He has. Oh, he's chucked it down there. Oh, it's
Oh,
a dive.
no. Oh.
Mikey, what are you doing, man?
Oh, Stamp, it's Mike. Oh, Mikey.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I mean, look, to be fair, hats off. I'd have done the same thing, to be fair. I mean, sorry, Sportsman. But Gunnar, can he nick it on the line from his teammate? I think Evan's just going to nick it. Oh, yes, he does. What a race. What a race. And I feel bad because we didn't watch Wild go over the line in first, but there's so much carnage going on behind. But yeah, look, Wild, absolutely different gravy today. Absolutely dominated from start to finish. But for me, two drivers of the day, Wild being the first, Fox Blue being the second, and he finishes in second with a quali ban as well. And then I'm going to shout out all the drivers in that battle for third place. Evan takes it, but Gunnar, Mikey, Stav at the end, Sports Mad. Lux was in there at one point. I think Jordan was in there. And sorry if I've missed anyone else, but what a race it was.
That was a great race to watch, wasn't it?
Really enjoyed it.
Edge of the seat stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, probably some of the best racing. Let's just take Mikey out of the equation for a second. So, some of the best racing that I've seen all season long, and that's why all of these guys are in the Champions race, because they know what they're doing. They've done it for weeks. They've been top of their game in their divisions, and they provide entertainment like this. So who knows? Maybe Jack will be in there next year.
No, I need a race of losers to be in.
That'll last 3 laps. So just to summarise your race of champions, the season-ending finale, Wild takes it quite comfortably in the end. Fox Blue, good strategy, comes second after a quali ban. Evan takes the final podium. We've got Gunnar, Mikey, Stav, Bob Spun, Sports Mad. Mamba makes the top 10, fair play to him. Cass in 10th in the Haas. Jordan in 11th. Xavi 12th, Skipper 13th, Pac-Man 14th, Stuart's 15th, Connor 16th, Brother Adam 17th, Illvision 18th, and then 2 DNFs, Lux and ASC. And just to say, well done to every single driver in this race. If you're in this race, it's because you've done some amazing stuff in your division. Whether you won it, came second, third, wherever you finished, you're here for a reason. So fair play. One more final thing. Obviously, we'll have the new season starting very, very soon. So if you want to join DTR, please join the server and get involved. We're always looking for drivers. And yeah, if you can start on a fresh season, you've got every chance of joining this Champions race at the start of next year. So thank you, Jack, as well.
Yeah, great race. Really enjoyed that. We've been here for 2 hours, haven't we? That is
Yeah. I'm shattered, and I'm probably going to go and log on to Gran Turismo. So go and burn my eyes some more. But yeah, congratulations, Wild, and well done to everyone that's taken part today. And we'll see you here again next season in probably a couple of weeks' time. So for now, goodbye. Cheers, Jack.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, mate.